very dedicated and a very driven performer who also knew very much what he wanted, and that they would spend 12, 13, 14 hours rehearsing before a performance.
All right, Stephanie Elam reporting live for us this morning. My next guest is working with legislators to work on opioid treatment reforms. With me now is medical examiner and forensic pathologist Dr. William Morrone. Welcome back, doctor.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning. We now know Prince was seeking help for some kind of addiction, right? He called this very famous doctor to come in and help him. The doctor sent his son. The doctor's son brought with him to Prince's house a certain controlled substance, and you sent us a picture of what that looks like. Can you tell us what it is?
The name of the drug is Buprenorphine, and it's made as a film or a tablet, and it's made to go under the tongue so it's slowly absorbed and we skip the stomach. And the reason why that's very important is sometimes when you're in withdrawal and you need to start this drug and you've had problems with addiction, you're vomiting all the time. So you can't put things in the stomach. If you can just keep it in your mouth, you still absorb it. And what it does is it goes into the brain and it protects the brain by blocking all the sites that Percocet or morphine or heroin would go to, and they can't get to the brain. And the second thing it does is it stops cravings. So if it protects you from using and it stops the cravings, those are the two things you need to stabilize the brain so that the real treatment, the counseling, can help you with the coping skills to make your life changes.
So doctor, if a famous person called you and said, you know, I really need help with addiction, would you send someone else with that drug?
Well, you have to ask questions. If you call my business and you ask to get screened to be a patient, we ask you questions. One of those questions is, have you ever overdosed? And as soon as you overdose, as soon as you have a history of an overdose, the level of treatment that you need is high enough that the risk may require you to go inpatient, especially if it's a recent overdose. Overdosing it's a hallmark in looking for treatment. Everybody's looking for help. Everybody's had problems. But as soon as you overdose, that's when whoever contacts me, I would say, you need to go to a hospital, you need to get admitted, you need to be cleared, and I wouldn't make you wait. But the doctors that were involved, or the doctors involved, he is certified, and he's well known, and he knows what to do, and he and I have the same boards. We both American Board of Addiction Medicine diplomates. But it's difficult. You need to screen them with that question, have you ever overdosed before? And then the standard of care you offer has to meet the standard of risk they present.
Okay, so we know that Prince's plane landed after he performed in Atlanta, and we know that he overdosed, right? Would the doctor, maybe, I mean, I don't want to accuse him of anything, but it was public knowledge that Prince did indeed overdose. So you would advise such a patient to go to the hospital immediately?
Immediately, because it's the same thing as a suicide. Your life is at risk, and that's one of the key elements you click off on a checklist. If you call a hospital, say you need help, say you're depressed, they're not going to help you. As soon as you say, but you know what, I'm suicidal and I think I'm going to hurt myself, they have to put you in to something. And the other thing is what we talked about last week, the reversal drug becomes really important as soon as you have a history of overdose. And there's a very easy form. This is the form I showed you, the nasal spray. There's actually a form that's available through the prescription. Your doctor can write you a prescription. It's a nasal spray. You have to get that immediately. That is the second thing. Besides the evaluation and being sent to the hospital, this can be a life-saving drug if people are around you. It takes 16 minutes on a national average for an ambulance to get to a call. You need this in 2 or 3 minutes to stop the brain damage.
Well, just help came too late for Prince, sadly. Dr. Morrone, thank you so much for your insight. Always appreciated. Still to come in the newsroom, Hillary Clinton might not be calling herself the presumptive nominee, but she's sure acting like it.